everyone, welcome as it is that of Thursday, 10th day of October 2019. My name is Derek. All bets trades of the like within each's own risk and their own reward, but there's really not much for me to go over here, but more along the lines of life as a gambler's and you try to find an edge and you put it to the test, and when your test gives you these interesting results, let's talk hockey fantasy is what I'll be talking about. And even for that matter, football and even baseball. Daily fantasy. I know baseball season's almost over, but there's always a season in play. And that is on that of DraftKings. I came up with an idea a few days ago, and it's been consistently interesting. So I'll go over that, but first I'll go over Bitcoin. Not really too much to go over, other than the rally that occurred in yesterday's session has been grinding down in a correctionary phase, still well above the area where it came from in the area of 8,200, and holding in there for this little point in here. So not much more than a wait and see. I still feel that there could be further correction or volatility that needs to be played in, but not much to go over. Anyway, fantasy sports. Now, tonight there's going to be a showdown game. I mean, every football Thursday night and Sunday night and Monday night there's a game on. But in showdown, what you have is a whole bunch of people playing in a game where you pick football players. But because you only have so many options, you could have a situation in which you could have a lineup and hundreds of people maybe have the same as you. Last week, I played a 25-cent game. Not much, but just something for fun. And I put multiple lineups in because there's like 150,000 that are in the game, and you could put multiple ones in. And the winner had like 400, there was like 400 plus people that won the game. Just crazy. And it was less than 1% of what the first place prize was allocated for that they would get, that they got. But really, the key is to have a realistic lineup that can win that is unique. Now, for such, the what I have figured out, the key thing for a captain, which you need to have in these games, is a receiver or tight end. If you want any more information or if you're interested in the football, let me know. But with hockey season coming around, that's a little bit of a different beast. Not as many games, or excuse me, well, more games played, but not as many people that play the games. And I came up with an idea. Well, you know what? If I play it this way every single time, I'm not going to explain too much, but it's one where you focus on if this team wins, how do I want to put my lineup together? So, what I've done is I've played it for 6 games, and they've practically all been the same way. First off, it was Winnipeg Islanders. Islanders beat them 4-1. So, what I did is I put a pro heavy lineup for each team in. So, the cost, this was a 10-cent game, and these were 25-cent games that allocate for 50 cents. So out of 1,189 people, I finished 175th and pretty much near dead last. So my Pro Islander lineup finished 175th, and my Pro Jets lineup finished 1162. Getting back, break even. Then the St. Louis Blues and the Toronto Maple Leafs. St. Louis defeated Toronto 3-2. My Pro Blues lineup got me 69th place. And my Pro Leaf lineup, well, that was pretty bad, good actually, rather, for a losing one, 1100th place out of 2300, because the rest that's against what the pattern of the entire 6 games has been. San Jose recently played Nashville. Nashville wins 5-2. I got 60 cents, so just a microscopic profit, but 112th and 1049th place out of 1426. Boston against the Vegas Golden Knights. 1,900 people. Boston wins 4-3. 101st and 1,778th place. And this is where it gets really interesting. Last night I played 2 games. There was 2 available. One was the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers win 4-0. So my Pro Flyers lineup broke me even, getting me 316th place for the min cash, and pretty bad at 2,113th for the loser, which was my Pro Devils lineup. But what made this really funny is I designed this in original intention to play out for shutouts to win the damn thing or to do damn good. Well, there's my shutout. I got it. Yet the guys that I took to score goals didn't get the pucks in the net for me. So that was an interesting result. And then Vancouver defeats San Jose 8-2. I finished 31st and 2,208th out of 2,378 people. So it's consistently doing interesting in the mechanism on the strategies and how you put lineups in. Much easier than it is in football. Football, you got to go unique, you got to go realistic. And with this, it's just that. And what was interesting is baseball yesterday. It was about, I don't know, 4 o'clock, something in the afternoon. And I'm like, yeah, I've never even played a baseball lineup in years on DraftKings. Couple, 3 years. And the showdowns are getting fun. The regular games suck, the regular baseball games. I don't like them. But the showdowns, what would they be like? And the way it works out is you put a captain and 5 other players. So it's really who's going to give you the best game and who's going to finish in the top 6. That's really what it comes down to. And I thought, okay, well, why don't I just put in, and you have to play a player on both teams minimum. So why don't I just put in a pitcher as a captain, and I got 5 other players, so I'll put 4 hitters on one team and then just 1 scrub player on the other. So right before that, I noticed, well, there's a baseball game starting in like 15, 20 minutes. Now, there's not many people available, 900 or so applicants in the game, so it's not too many, but still 900 in a quarter game. I only put 1 lineup in. I thought, yeah, I'll go with St. Louis and Wade Flaherty. I don't really know much about these guys, so I put Wade Flaherty as my captain, and I put four Cardinal hitters in, and Brian McCann, the catcher of the other team. Well, I had the second best lineup, and I finished 3rd place, with 3 other people sharing my lineup. So 900 possible lineups, 3 other people shared mine, and it was just, interesting. Now, if you watch that game, St. Louis scored 10 runs in the first inning. That was just crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. But if you're interested in this, if you play DraftKings, let me know. I can help you out probably, depending on the situation. But I think that this hockey strategy season's just starting, and I just had an idea in my head. Okay, play it this way, and it works out very, very well. But the whole point of it, when you think as a gambler, it's always about having an idea and testing the idea to one form or another. And what I've done with this is I've done the buy low, sell high, and I've shown so many tests on it using historical analysis. Of course, for this, I'm using quarter games to play for just for fun. Because normally with the DraftKings, what entices me is the high payouts for NFL, like really the NFL games. So I deposited really at the start of the NFL season just for that, where they have $3 games and something like, I don't know, 400,000 people playing, 420, a little under 500,000 lineups. It's just crazy when you got that field. It's almost like playing a poker tournament with like 400,000 people, like, because the payouts are like the way poker tournaments pay out. That's how these things work out. So when you got like say 2,300 people, they pay off. Well, obviously they pay at least 316 people, because that's what I got paid off for that. So I don't know how consistent I can keep doing this, but I wasn't. I was thinking, man, what's going to happen with these 4-3-5-2 kind of games? They're just not going to work out too well. And then after the St. Louis, Toronto, and San Jose, Nashville games, I was thinking to myself, you know what? Mathematically, that kind of does. So I don't know if this can be consistent or not, but I'm just going to keep trying this out and seeing how it works. Have yourself a great day. Bye bye.